For the past 20 years, Rip It Up magazine has been Adelaide's foremost voice in youth culture. From music to the arts, to film and to fashion, Rip It Up magazine has been there every step of the way to showcase what it's like to be young and alive in the city of churches.
Onion magazine was launched over a decade ago and highlights a different side of the music world. Championing less traditional genres such as dance, hip-hop and disco, Onion magazine provides a backstage pass into the bright lights and glamour of Adelaide's club scene.
Combined, these publications are a well-known face in Adelaide street culture. So what better way of celebrating their triumphs than by hitting the streets and finding out exactly what the people think of us?
So tell your story, what
Do you read either of the publications?
I read Rip It Up every now and then, yeah.
So I have that one right in my bag right here.
I read it all the time.
Just see them around, then you just pick it up and have a read.
Very helpful to see what shows are on.
Good live reviews.
There's everything, photos.
It's probably the most comprehensive guide at the moment in comparison to the other magazines.
Over the years, we've introduced Adelaide to some of the greatest talent from home and abroad and maintained a focus on supporting local artists. To pay back the favour, we invited some other recognisable faces to drop by the office and let us know what they thought of us.
Rip It Up always gives the local bands a go.
I love Rip It Up, it's great.
It's an Adelaide institution, I can't remember life without it, to be honest. They've always been really supportive of my work.
I like to think I go by searching out every Thursday for the latest, to give it a flick through.
It's the only thing I pick up when I'm back at home.
I like the simplicity of Onion magazine.
Well, I think it's done us numerous favours in terms of bringing us to some sort of notoriety in Adelaide. It's a really good avenue to get yourself kind of exposed.
I get the Rip It Up every week.
I mean, a lot's changed, but not a lot's changed in the same breath for me. You know what I mean? It's still edgy.
This is real street, real dance.
Every kind of big music city has its iconic street press that everyone kind of picks up and reads as either bantering bands when they get to town to see what's on or what's happening, or keep up with the arts and things like that. And Rip It Up's the one that is proudly representing this state.
And I think it's held in quite good regard and held in high rapport among the the university communities and also I suppose your musos as well.
And it's still relevant, and it's been a massive supporter to me and my ventures in Adelaide.
Yep. They push local talent, be it hip hop, house, whatever.
It definitely gave us our first experience of being interviewed over the phone and in person and all this other stuff. And they're great because they invite you to a bunch of different, functions and events, and you get to network and socialise. And
wonderful bunch of people that work here. They're always so supportive of Australian acts and Adelaide acts in particular, and they're really proud of the state and music in the state.
And I think that it is such a good avenue for people in whatever facet, like artists can, get a good write-up as well, musicians, bands, whether they just press buttons like DJs or actually are properly talented.
Being a street mag in its roots, it's a people's magazine anyway. You're now sort of passing over a little bit of that ownership to people online, you know what I mean? Get involved.
Before the internet came along, this was pretty much the only way to get your voice heard. But the blogosphere has changed the face of the music industry. Now, instead of getting your opinion across to a few drunk people who couldn't care less what you thought, you can write messages on a huge communal toilet door for other like-minded people to read and comment on.
This is the idea behind the Rip It Up and Onion blogs, giving voice to the people. For the past 21 years, we've been telling you about what's new and exciting in the music, film and fashion worlds. Now it's your turn. Our new blogs will give the public the chance to comment on featured material, from news to features and reviews. If we don't get it right, let us know. But it doesn't stop there. The Rip It Up and Onion blogs will feature a dedicated gig and tour guide, keeping track of the hottest live acts making their way to Adelaide. Our unique venue page will give pubs and clubs the opportunity to showcase their world, with links to our gig guide, picture galleries, and exclusive upcoming events. We'll be featuring exclusive content including video interviews, features, and reviews, as well as breaking the biggest entertainment news stories when they happen. Our blogs will also follow the tradition of taking on a distinctly local flavour, highlighting the best artists and talent our fair city has on offer. With all this and more, we invite you to join us in the next stage of entertainment media in Adelaide. We've already conquered the streets, now it's time to take on the web. Welcome to the future. Keep your finger on the pulse.